Hey students, my name is Kelly Brown, and this screencast is a walkthrough or, kind of a let's get you started on Math 115. So if you're getting this video through email, you are enrolled in my summer section of Math 115. So I just am finishing up teaching 2 sections of this class online for the first time. And it's been an interesting journey. I've got students who just, I can't even express how impressed I have been with them. They obviously really engaged with the course material. I think they learned a ton. They're getting A's, just super. There were also quite a few people who, I'm not sure why, but they thought perhaps they could take shortcuts. And because this was an online course, they could just kind of check off the boxes, not really engage with the material, and do okay. And obviously that didn't happen. So I have been trying to think, all right, how do I motivate my students to do what they need to do to get a good grade? Because I really, really want you to be successful. So I thought, well, I could just kind of say the same things I said last time, which was you really need to do this and this and this and this, which are really common sense things anyway. But I thought, you know what, that didn't seem to work for all my students. I'm going to go kind of a different direction here. I graded an exam this morning. My exams are coming in, students are finishing them, and I'll back up a little bit. Last night I graded several exams. They were so good. I was so impressed with the students. They were all A's. I was just like, wow, this is awesome. And this morning I got one of those exams where I was like scratching my head as I graded it. I didn't get it, how they missed some of the things that they missed. And please, please do not read into what I just said as she's one of those teachers who can't believe it, that you don't understand math. Because I am not like that at all. I know many people struggle with math, and I don't judge you for struggling with math. I don't expect you to understand things unless they've been explained to you, and so on and so forth. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be showing you actual exam questions and actual content very quickly. This is meant to be a, hey, I can do well in this course. This is what she expects from me, okay? And then I'm going to back up and kind of do more of an introduction to the Canvas site. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to play just a quick snippet from a video that appears in one of the modules, okay? So just watch this for a second.
This one, I don't want to say negative A, because then I'm implying that I have a negative number. But as we talked about up here, I don't know if this expression is positive or negative, because nobody has told me what A stands for. A stands for any real number. So the best way to say this is opposite. Okay.
Okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to go to an exam question. Hopefully you can read this. It says, how is the expression, all right, it's got a negative sign and a B, read aloud. Here was an answer. B to the negative. I don't mean to be sarcastic, but do you think the student watched the video? I'm thinking not. I'm just going with no, didn't watch the video. All right, I'm going to go to another video on fractions. Again, play a snippet for you.
This is example. So they don't have the same size pieces. They don't have the same number of pieces. But what they do have in common is that the first one is missing 3 pieces. And the second one is missing 3 pieces. And by missing, I mean if 6 9s had 3 more pieces, it would be whole. And if 4 7s had 3 more pieces, it would be whole. So then what I do is I say, well, which is missing more? So these 3 pieces versus these 3 pieces, which of these pieces is bigger? These are sevens. These are nines. So these are bigger pieces. So if those are bigger pieces, then this pizza, if we're going to keep going with the pizza analogy, is missing more than the other pizza. And if it's missing more than the other pizza, then that makes this the bigger fraction.
Okay, so we're done with that. I'm going to go to another question. All right, so here's a question. Explain how to use the missing pieces strategy.
Hi, students.
Oops, hold on.
We just finished watching a series of videos.
Okay, so it's this missing pieces strategy. If you noted, that was written on that note sheet that the students could print out and work along with. Anyway, it asked them to compare these fractions. Be sure to use the phrases number of pieces and size of pieces. Now, I know you don't have any background here, so that video probably did not make perfect sense, but it will once you have had the foundation material for it. All right, so here's the answer, and I honestly don't know why I even gave this student 1 point. I think just because she used some of the phrases. So she read the word compare. And so she was supposed to compare these fractions. So she says in the fraction 5/7, 5 is a number of pieces and 7 is a size. In the fraction 7/9, 7 is a number of pieces and 9 is the number of pieces. Yeah, I think she meant size. Anyway, she didn't compare the fractions at all in terms of size. Do you think she watched the video? I'm going with no. It's disheartening, but I can go in and I can take a look at how many views were done on the videos. So these were the comparing fraction videos. 15 views, 8 views. There were almost 40 people in my class. I don't get it. This is a student who obviously did watch the video. Okay, so she explained it beautifully. I was really, really, really impressed with this student's answer. She wasn't the only one who had a great answer. It was just, as I was grading, I was like, yep, watched the video. Nope, didn't watch the video. And, the thing is, when you take the exam, you can have your note sheet that you took notes on while you were watching the content videos right in front of you. You don't have to memorize this stuff. Yet, these are the types of answers I'm getting. I don't understand it. If this student had taken notes, they would have had this note sheet in front of them. They would have gotten this correct. Just one more example. I'm probably belaboring the point now. Okay, so I'm going to go one more. Add, subtract fractions.
3/10. Right, so my issue with this one is I could go ahead and draw my circle, right? And I could write 23 X's in there to stand for 20s. But then when I go to do the takeaway part, I have a problem, right? Because this says to remove 3 pieces that are tenths. I don't have any tenths to remove. So I've got to get a common denominator here. So I can do that by taking 3/10, right? And if I multiply by 2/2, I end up with 6 20s, right? So if I have 23 20s, and I'm going to subtract 6 20s, I've got the same size pieces now. And I start with 23 pieces, and I remove. I'm writing it rather than showing the picture. 6 of them.
All right, that's probably enough to give you an idea. All right, so here is the next question. Use Common Core terminology and the takeaway approach to subtraction to explain how to find the difference. Here's the answer, which again, I'm not sure why I gave her 1 point, or him. I don't even remember who the student was. At least I'm going to say that. Use the common denominator approach to get the same number on the denominator and follow through these steps to get the answer. Again, video watched? I don't think so. Here is a beautiful answer. Okay? To start out, first you make your pieces the same size. To do that, you do this. Now that you have the same size pieces, you can take away the amount of pieces. She watched the video. She did a beautiful job. All right, so I'm going to get off my soapbox here. I hope I have made my point. If you watch the content videos, if you engage with the content videos and learn from them, all right, so you can't just passively watch something and just expect it to go in. You take notes. If you are saying to yourself as you're taking notes, does this make sense? Do I get it? Could I do this on my own? And if not, back up and repeat. You know, you can get an A in this course and you can learn a lot. And if you're going to teach in the classroom, you need to learn a lot, okay? So I hope this is a lesson learned. I hope I've got 15 superstars who are going to engage with the content and who are just going to knock it out of the park this summer. I'm going to stop this screencast and then I'm going to pick up on another screencast in a second here.